Hi to all. In this video, we are going to see about characteristics of DC motor, DC shunt motor, DC series motor, and DC compound motor. Okay, generally, three characteristics curves are considered important for DC motors, which are torque versus armature current, speed versus armature current, and speed versus torque. These are explained below for each type of DC motor. These characteristics are determined by keeping the following two relations in mind. One is torque, armature torque is directly proportional to pi into Ia, and N speed is directly proportional to Eb by pi. This above equation can be studied at EMF and torque equation of DC machine. For a DC motor, the magnitude of the back EMF is given by the same EMF equation of the DC generator. EB is equal to pi Z N by 60 into P by A. For a machine, P, Z and A are constant, therefore N is directly proportional to EB by pi. Okay, because poles is number of poles. If it is 8 pole, the machine will be 8 pole only. Okay, and n is the uh, mm, n is proportional to EB by pi. EB by pi is equal to P n Z into 60 A. 60 is constant. Okay, A is number of alloy paths, that also constant. Z is conductor, number of conductors, that also constant. So from this equation, n is directly equal to EB by pi value. Okay, EB is nothing but back EMF and pi is the flux. Okay, characteristics of DC series motors, torque versus armature current. The characteristics is known as electrical characteristics. Okay, um, torque versus armature current. We know that torque is directly proportional to the product of armature current and field flux. That is, TA is proportional to pi into Ia. So when current value increases, TA value also increases. Pi value increases, TA value will increase. Okay. So in DC series motor, field winding is connected in series with the armature. So the current flowing through armature and current flowing flow field are same. So Ia is equal to If. Therefore, before magnetic saturations of the field, flux pi is directly proportional to Ia. Ia is directly proportional. Okay, so we can write instead of pi, we can write Ia. So hence, before magnetic saturation, Ta is proportional to Ia square. From this, instead of pi, we are going to put Ia. So Ia into Ia square. Ta is directly proportional to Ia square. This one. Therefore, a Ta Ia curve is parabolic for smaller values of Ia. Okay, armature current or torque is a parabolic one. Okay. Uh, uh, yes, wait. So the shaft. Uh, After magnetic saturation of the field poles, flux pi is independent of armature current Ia. Therefore, the torque varies proportionally to Ia only. So T is directly proportional to Ia. Therefore, after magnetic saturation, Ta versus Ia curve becomes a straight line. After some time, it becomes a straight line. Okay. After magnetic saturation of the field poles, flux pi is independent of armature current Ia. Therefore, the torque varies proportional to Ia only. Therefore, magnetic saturation Tia becomes straight line. The shaft torque TSH is less than armature torque TA. Okay. See here, there are two waveforms here done. One is TA armature torque, TSH shaft torque. Okay, the value of TSH will be always less than armature torque. Armature torque is the torque which will be generated in the motor. Shaft torque is nothing but after the losses, the torque will be the useful torque is nothing but shaft torque. So this the losses will be present here. Okay. Slightly lower because of TSH was IA lies slightly lower. In DC series motors, torque increases as the square of the armature current. In a series motor, these motors are used when high starting torque is required. So torque when we increase, according to this one, this will be increased when uh, I value will be increased. Okay. Speed versus armature current N versus Ia. We know that relation N is directly proportional to dV by pi. For small load currents, change in back EMF EB is small and is maybe neglected. Hence, for small currents, speed is inversely proportional to pi. As we know, plus flux is directly proportional to Ia. Speed is inversely proportional to Ia. Therefore, when armature current is very small, the speed becomes dangerously high. That's why series motor should never be started without some mechanical loads. Okay, but at heavy loads, armature current IA is large and hence speed is low, which results in decreased back EMF EB. Due to decreased EB, more armature current is allowed. So here we are seeing the different characteristics of series motor. Okay, torque versus armature. Okay, here torque is directly proportional to current value of IA square value. So speed versus armature current. When the armature current is high, speed also high. That is also for a particular value. Then the value will be less. Okay. Next one, speed versus torque. This characteristic is also called mechanical characteristics. Armature versus torque is called electrical characteristics, and speed versus torque is called mechanical because armature and mechanical. It can be found that speed is high, the torque is low. Speed is high at the time, torque is low, vice versa. Okay. Now we go for DC shunt motor. Torque versus armature current, TA versus IA. In case of DC shunt motor, we can assume the flux pi is to be constant. At heavy loads, pi decreases in a small amount due to increased armature reaction. As we neglecting the changes in the flux pi, we can say that torque is proportional to armature current. Hence, TA IA characteristics for a shunt motor will be straight line like this. Okay. When the armature current increases, torque increases. When the torque increases, armature current will increase. And second one is the speed versus armature current. Okay. This DC motor, DC shunt motors are also called constant speed motors. Even though load increases, a small variation will be present. Otherwise, when the armature current increases, okay, constant speed motor. Okay. Speed versus but practically DC increases back EMF will be 15% full. Therefore, shunt motors can be assumed as a constant speed motors. Straight horizontal line represent the ideal characteristics and the actual characteristics are shown by the dotted line. Characteristics of and here speed versus torque. It is just similar to speed versus armature. Okay, so here also it's a more or less constant DC compound motor. Okay, here we have different characteristics. If it is a differential compound, shunt value, torque versus armature, that is a if it is increases, this also increases. If it is a cumulative, it comes like this. If it is cumulative compound, that waveform between armature current and torque will come like this. Armature current versus speed. The speed of the differential compound similar to shunt motor, and cumulative compound its value will be somewhat higher than the that one. Okay, these are the characteristics of the DC shunt motor, series motor, and